Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center. 6'5", nearly 250 pounds. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Newton now to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go!
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Newton on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A handoff left, McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Working with a 2nd and 4. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Newton on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Now it's Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
And when you start with listing a guy's accomplishments like Matt Ryan's, all these years in the league, near the top of the league in completions and percentage, touchdowns each and every year, has won an MVP, taken his team to the Super Bowl. You're talking about a guy who might be finished, but he still has gas left in the tank. Big right arm, great leader, the face of his franchise.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 23 the score on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Alex Erickson. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
To try again after the sack. Ryan. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion. completion for a really good pickup.
Now Ryan on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6.
Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing again, Ryan. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Sack, baby.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Now Abdullah, the return. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Panthers Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Now Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Carolina.
First down now, but that clock rolling. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there just before halftime. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Once more, they turn to Patterson. Gets around him. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They run with Patterson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Newton.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And he's out right at the 25. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Newton to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Newton. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Marlon Davidson
in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. And Thomas has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. key to the drag route? Letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Falcons now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Derek Brown picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Third and long, it's Ryan. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Foyesade Alurican
In there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. It'll go as a gain of 4, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dante Fowler picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "37 yards on the punt with no return. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Complete to Zacchaeus. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordell Patterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Cool for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Now Abdullah, the return. And he returns this to the 22. So now Newton and the Panthers down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 54 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. So that one will be accepted. Here's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play there for Carolina. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Throwing is Newton. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Cam to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. So here we go. 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. On first down, it's Patterson, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you